Lee Van Cleef, a commanding figure in Hollywood's cinematic realm, has recently left fans in dismay as his children unveiled the tragic truth about him. Renowned for his chilling portrayal in the timeless classic The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Lee Van Cleef earned the esteemed Golden Shoe Award in 1983, evoking immense pride among audiences. Additionally, he was recognized for his significant contributions to the U.S. Navy, displaying exceptional bravery during World War II. Today marks the 34th anniversary of Lee Van Cleef's passing, and for the first time, the details of his life are being disclosed. Let us commence this solemn journey. Lee Van Cleef's journey from a small town in Somerville, New Jersey, to becoming a renowned actor was marked by a series of diverse experiences and a persistent search for his true calling. Born on January 9, 1925, he grew up in a world that would soon be shaped by the tumultuous events of World War II. After completing high school, Van Cleef felt a strong sense of duty and patriotism, leading him to enlist in the U.S. Navy during World War II. His service was not just a routine assignment. It exposed him to the harsh realities of combat, providing him with a unique perspective on life. The challenges and experiences during the war undoubtedly left an indelible mark on his character. Upon returning from the war, Lee Van Cleef faced the common post-military challenge of transitioning to civilian life and finding a direction for his future. This period of uncertainty led him through a variety of professions, reflecting his determination to explore different facets of life. He dabbled in roles as diverse as an office administrator and an accountant, and even took on the role of a camp counselor during one summer. These varied experiences were crucial in shaping his worldview and contributed to the multifaceted nature of his later performances. Amidst the search for a fulfilling career, Van Cleef discovered a growing interest in the world of performing arts. Initially, acting was merely a pastime for him, a way to fill the hours outside his professional endeavors. However, as time went on, he began to recognize the potential for acting to be more than just a hobby. The stage and screen became platforms where he could channel his experiences, emotions, and creativity. In a twist of fate that would alter the course of Lee Van Cleef's life, the transition from the mundane world of accounting to the enchanting realm of acting was swift and serendipitous. Legend has it that while still diligently crunching numbers as an accountant, he received an unexpected offer for his inaugural professional acting gig. However, the timing was less than ideal. The gig was slated to commence the following Monday, leaving no room for the customary 2 weeks' notice at his accounting job. Undeterred by the logistical challenges, Lee's passion for the opportunity eclipsed any concerns about the repercussions on his existing career. Determined to seize this chance, he disregarded the need for approval to take time off from his accounting job. Unfortunately, the decision to prioritize his newfound passion over his established profession cost him his position as an accountant. Lee, however, approached this setback with resilience, fueled by the belief that his first foray into acting would be the catalyst for a series of opportunities that awaited him. The inaugural role may not have been a marquee performance, but it proved to be the stepping stone to a pivotal breakthrough. The turning point came when the illustrious director Stanley Kramer, a cinematic luminary responsible for timeless classics, witnessed Lee Van Cleef's initial on-screen appearance. Stanley, in the process of assembling the cast for the iconic Western High Noon, discerned something exceptional in Lee's performance that resonated with the essence of the film. Recognizing Lee's potential to embody the essence of a compelling antagonist, Stanley Kramer extended an invitation for him to join the cast of High Noon. This was a golden opportunity for Lee to showcase his burgeoning talent on a grand stage, aligning himself with the vision of a legendary director. The role not only marked a significant milestone in Lee Van Cleef's budding acting career, but also established him as a formidable presence in the realm of Western cinema. Lee Van Cleef's venture into the world of acting, particularly with his role in High Noon, was not initially marked by financial opulence. Despite his notable performance, he earned a modest sum of $500 per week during the filming of the iconic Western. However, what he lacked in monetary compensation, he more than made up for in terms of attention and acclaim, establishing a foundation for his future success. Remarkably, Lee's breakthrough in High Noon was achieved without uttering a single line of dialogue. Cast as Jack Colby, a henchman whose menace transcended the need for words, Lee demonstrated an unparalleled ability to convey depth and intensity through his physical presence. In a cinematic landscape where dialogue often takes precedence, Lee's silent but powerful portrayal left an indelible mark, resonating with audiences and critics alike. The character of Jack Colby, brought to life by Lee Van Cleef, became emblematic of his capability to elevate a role beyond the confines of scripted lines. His on-screen magnetism and the palpable aura of intimidation he exuded caught the attention of both audiences and industry insiders. Directors and casting agents began to recognize Lee as a go-to actor for roles that required a commanding and formidable presence. In the aftermath of High Noon, Lee Van Cleef's career trajectory shifted dramatically. The film not only elevated him from relative obscurity to recognition, but also positioned him as a sought-after talent in the industry. His ability to convey complex emotions and character traits without the need for verbal exposition set him apart, solidifying his status as a versatile actor capable of making a lasting impact. The 1950s marked a period of steady professional growth for Lee Van Cleef. As he found himself consistently employed in various film projects, including noteworthy works such as the 1955 film The Big Combo. However, it was in the 1960s that he truly stepped into the spotlight, solidifying his status as a prominent figure in the world of cinema. A pivotal moment in Lee's career occurred in 1965 when he shared the screen with Clint Eastwood in the film For a Few Dollars More. This movie served as a sequel to the highly successful A Fistful of Dollars, which had already catapulted Clint Eastwood to iconic status. The prospect of witnessing two Western heavyweights, Lee Van Cleef and Clint Eastwood, collaborating on screen became a major draw for audiences, and the film did not disappoint. In For a Few Dollars More, Lee Van Cleef and Clint Eastwood portrayed characters whose on-screen chemistry and dynamic performances captivated audiences worldwide. The film not only delivered on its promise of showcasing two Western legends side by side, but also showcased their individual talents in a way that elevated the entire genre. The success of the film amplified the international stardom of both actors, propelling them to new heights of fame and recognition. Prior to For a Few Dollars More, both Lee and Clint had established themselves as significant figures in the film industry. However, the film's triumph solidified their positions as true cinematic powerhouses. Their collaboration became a defining moment in the Western genre, influencing the perception of rugged, stoic heroes and anti-heroes. The collaboration between Lee Van Cleef, Sergio Leone, and Clint Eastwood reached new heights with the release of For a Few Dollars More, a film that not only solidified Lee's status as a Western icon, but also set the stage for an even more monumental success. Directed by Sergio Leone, this film marked the beginning of a triumphant trilogy that would cement its place in cinematic history. The success of For a Few Dollars More paved the way for the sequel The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, a film that surpassed its predecessors in both scope and acclaim. Released in 1966, this cinematic masterpiece not only further solidified Lee Van Cleef's legendary status, but also elevated the entire genre of Westerns to new heights. Today, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is revered as one of the most classic and influential Western films in cinematic history. In this iconic sequel, Lee Van Cleef reprised his role alongside Clint Eastwood, and Sergio Leone once again directed the cinematic masterpiece. The chemistry between Lee and Clint, combined with Leone's distinctive directorial style, created a cinematic experience that transcended the genre's conventions. The film's success resonated globally, turning Lee into an undisputed legend in his own time. The impact of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly extended far beyond the silver screen. Lee's portrayal of the enigmatic and menacing character in the film inspired numerous works of media. One notable example is the character Revolver Ocelot from the popular video game franchise Metal Gear Solid, who draws inspiration from Lee's on-screen presence. Additionally, the character Lucky Luke from the comic book series The Bounty Hunter is another creation influenced by Lee Van Cleef's iconic persona. While Clint Eastwood's visage may be more frequently parodied, Lee Van Cleef's distinctive appearance has carved its own niche in popular culture, recognized for its iconic status. The trilogy of films directed by Sergio Leone not only left an indelible mark on the Western genre, but also cemented Lee Van Cleef's legacy as a timeless and influential figure in the world of cinema. Lee Van Cleef's illustrious career in cinema saw him not only become an iconic figure in Westerns, but also earned him recognition through his involvement in films that achieved nominations for Best Picture at the Academy Awards. The first of these noteworthy films was High Noon, a classic Western that garnered acclaim not only for its narrative, but also for the performances of its cast. Lee's contribution to High Noon showcased his ability to leave a lasting impression, even in a film that faced tough competition at the prestigious awards ceremony. A decade later, in 1962, Lee Van Cleef found himself once again associated with a Best Picture-nominated film, this time with How the West Was Won. This epic Western, directed by John Ford, Henry Hathaway, and George Marshall, featured an ensemble cast and depicted the struggles and triumphs of individuals in the American West. Lee's involvement in these acclaimed films underscored his versatility as an actor and his ability to contribute significantly to projects of varying genres and scopes. However, as the 1970s unfolded, Lee Van Cleef faced a decline in his career trajectory. The Western genre, which had been a staple of his filmography, underwent changes in popularity and style. His last Western to be released was Vengeance in 1977, though God's Gun in 1976 was technically the final Western that he filmed. In these later works, Lee found himself playing a supporting role to Leif Garrett, a rising star of the time. Despite Garrett's newfound popularity, the seasoned and experienced Van Cleef took a back seat, marking a departure from his earlier leading roles. The decision to step away from Westerns after the 1970s might have been influenced by various factors, including the evolving landscape of the film industry and the emergence of new talents. Lee Van Cleef, having left an indelible mark on the Western genre, may have felt content with his contributions and sought new challenges beyond the familiar landscapes of the American frontier. In the 1980s, Lee Van Cleef embarked on a new chapter in his career by taking on the lead role in the television series The Master, which debuted in 1984. This marked a departure from the Western genre that had defined much of his earlier filmography, as the series ventured into the realm of martial arts. The Master saw Lee adapting his on-screen persona from the rugged Western hero to a martial arts protagonist. Despite the shift in genre, Lee demonstrated versatility and skill in his portrayal of the martial arts hero, earning praise for his performance. The series, however, did not enjoy an extended run, and its duration was relatively brief. One interesting note is that a particular episode of The Master was titled The Good, the Bad, and the Priceless. This clever nod to Lee Van Cleef's iconic role alongside Clint Eastwood in the classic spaghetti westerns reflected the enduring legacy of his Western persona. Even as he explored new territories in the martial arts genre, the reference to the timeless westerns that had defined his career served as a testament to the indelible mark he left on cinematic history. While The Master may not have become a long-running series, Lee Van Cleef's participation in the project showcased his willingness to adapt and explore diverse roles. Despite the show's relatively short lifespan, his presence in the martial arts genre added a unique dimension to his body of work. The 1980s proved to be a challenging period for Lee Van Cleef as he encountered a relative dearth of notable roles. The hindsight view of this era becomes particularly poignant when considering the iconic roles that the actor came close to portraying, but ultimately missed out on. One such missed opportunity was a significant role in John Carpenter's The Thing. Lee Van Cleef was in consideration for the character M.T. Gary, the commander of the research station, central to the film's chilling narrative. In the end, the role went to British actor Donald Moffat. It's worth noting that, during its initial release, The Thing faced a lukewarm reception, both critically and commercially. However, over time, the film underwent a re-evaluation and is now hailed as one of the greatest works of the 1980s. The potential inclusion of Lee Van Cleef in such a pivotal role could have added a layer of gravitas and intensity to the film, enhancing its already acclaimed atmosphere. Another notable role that eluded Lee Van Cleef was that of Brad Whitaker in the 1987 James Bond film, The Living Daylights. The part eventually went to Joe Don Baker, who would go on to appear in several more Bond films in varying capacities. Lee Van Cleef, had he secured this role, might have injected his distinctive presence into the Bond franchise, contributing a unique flavor to the character of Whitaker. While the 1980s did not bring the kind of roles that could have potentially revitalized Lee Van Cleef's career during that time, the near misses with The Thing and The Living Daylights underscore the unpredictable nature of the film industry. The fact that both of these films have gained stature in subsequent years only adds a layer of retrospective melancholy to the missed opportunities. Lee Van Cleef's personal life was marked by the complexities of 3 marriages, each contributing to the fabric of his lifetime. During his first marriage, Lee became a father to 3 children, showcasing another facet of his identity beyond his on-screen persona. At the time of his death in 1989, Lee was still married to his 3rd and final wife. The longevity of his marriage with his 3rd wife underscores the resilience and commitment he displayed in his personal relationships. The cause of Lee Van Cleef's demise was attributed to a heart attack, with throat cancer listed as a secondary factor. At 64 years old, the actor left behind a legacy that spanned decades and encompassed a wide array of roles, leaving an indelible mark on the cinematic landscape. A pivotal event in Lee's life occurred several decades before his passing, the 1958 car accident that left him with a serious knee injury. This incident had the potential to derail his career, as riding horses was an integral aspect of his roles in Western films. Despite the severity of the injury, Lee demonstrated remarkable resilience by returning to horseback riding just 6 months after the accident. However, the physical pain lingered, serving as a constant reminder of the incident until his death. The irony of Lee Van Cleef's fate is accentuated when considering his history. Having emerged unscathed from active combat during World War II, the fact that a car accident would leave him with a lasting injury is a twist of fate that underscores life's unpredictable nature. Additionally, Lee's commitment to his family is evident in the sacrifice he made during a seemingly innocent endeavor, losing the middle joint of one of his middle fingers while attempting to build a treehouse for one of his daughters. An interesting fact about Lee Van Cleef is his journey to join the Navy. The German U-boats, feared adversaries of the high seas during World War II, posed a significant threat to Allied forces and merchant vessels. The Nazis constructed a formidable fleet of nearly 200 U-boats, deploying them into shipping lanes along the eastern coast of the United States and Canada. Their mission was to wreak havoc on merchant vessels and disrupt the flow of supplies. In the harrowing year of 1942, a fleet of only 16, German U-boats managed to sink nearly 80 ships off the eastern seaboard, resulting in the tragic loss of more than 1,000 merchant marines. This devastating toll prompted a swift and determined response from Allied forces. Bombing raids were initiated over the seas, with as many as 8 U-boats being taken out in a single day. To protect merchant vessels, Allied ships began escorting them, creating a formidable defense against the U-boat threat. In response, the Germans adapted their strategy, shifting focus to target ships navigating dangerous waters alone. It was in this tumultuous maritime landscape that Lee Van Cleef, at the age of 17, joined the U.S. Navy in 1942. Assigned to a unit designated as a submarine hunter, he became part of the effort to counter the menace of German U-boats. The ship he served on was equipped with a lethal arsenal, featuring a 40mm gun mount, flanked by twin 20mm artillery. This weaponry made the vessel a formidable opponent for those who lurked beneath the ocean's surface. After 10 months of service on this submarine hunting ship, Lee Van Cleef was reassigned to the USS Incredible. It was on this vessel that he faced the stark reality of almost certain death as he and his fellow crew members participated in landings in the south of France. Off the shore of German-occupied territory, the USS Incredible came under attack by a German U-boat, a perilous encounter that underscored the constant danger faced by those who served on the front lines of naval warfare. The USS Incredible, a ship in which Lee Van Cleef served during World War II, found itself in a perilous situation on September 10, 1944, as it carried out its duties of sweeping mines from the sea to facilitate future Allied landings. During this mission, the ship became the target of a determined attack by a nearby German vessel, utilizing a unique and formidable weapon, human torpedoes. These human torpedoes were submerged vessels designed to carry 1 to 2 individuals. Their mission was to attach explosive devices to enemy ships unnoticed. After securing the explosive charge beneath the target ship, the human torpedo would move away, seeking safety before detonation. In this case, a dozen of these manned torpedoes were deployed against the USS Incredible. Lee Van Cleef and the rest of the crew swiftly sprang into action as they realized they were under attack by these unconventional and deadly weapons. Displaying remarkable courage and determination, the crew of the USS Incredible successfully thwarted the attack, managing to destroy 10 out of the 12 human torpedoes. The remaining 2, however, were able to attach themselves to the ship and subsequently detonate their payloads. Despite this harrowing encounter, the USS Incredible survived the attack and quickly returned to active duty, serving out the remainder of the war. For his exceptional bravery and service during this perilous engagement, Lee Van Cleef was awarded the Bronze Star Medal, a prestigious military decoration that recognizes acts of heroism in combat. This commendation further solidified Van Cleef's place among the courageous individuals who faced extraordinary challenges during World War II. What do you think about Lee Van Cleef's facts? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this, and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.